Hey everybody, it's Jenny. Rachel, aka RAH, and I, when we got together, we did a fun little Q&A video where we answered all your burning questions that you had for us. We actually got some questions after we had filmed it, and so I'm going to tack on some additional questions and answers that people had for me specifically after I show this video. If you are a follower of Rachel's and you've never seen me before, I'm going to give you like a quick little 15-second intro. I am Jenny. I'm 37. I am originally from the US and now living in Australia with my husband and our fur child, aka our cat. I started at 600 pounds and I'm now down to 302 pounds today. So I've lost nearly 300 pounds. Very excited to hit that milestone. My goal is 250. Oh, and I was sleeved on the 28th of March 2015, so almost a year for me, and I lost about 112 pounds before I was sleeved. So the rest of what I've lost has been after that. So okay, so let's get into my joint video with Rachel. Yay! And then after that, you can see my specific questions, so stay tuned.
So, two Americans, a British guy, and an Australian expat walk into a bar.
Sushi bar.
A sushi bar. Yeah, this is a terrible joke. It is the start to the worst yuppie joke ever, but it actually just happened because...
Totally did.
Because I just met Rachel. Yay!
I'm so excited.
I know.
Still so excited. Yeah, we just had sushi. It was really nice. I didn't eat fish. My pouch. It's emotional. I can't talk about it.
Yeah, well, you guys know how like obsessed I am with sashimi, but I just couldn't pass up the Wagyu beef slices tonight. They were very good.
And I had Louis, don't distract me.
Louis walking by.
How much percentage battery have you got?
Oh, eye candy number 2 is here as well. We have my husband. And
hiding behind the lamp.
And Louis, who just wandered off, but
yeah.
I'm sure he'll be back because he's never very far from Rachel.
It's always trying to hog my limelight.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So we actually, you know, Rachel's only here for like a short period of time, so I'm really happy that we got to catch up.
Thank you.
And so we actually put out a call for some questions from you guys if you had any questions for us. Many of you are goofballs, but we love you anyway. Nirvana. And so let's see, the first question we got was from Lily VSG, and she said,
I love Lily. You know, she just had her surgery.
Really?
Like 2 weeks ago, I think, nearly.
Happy surgery day. I hope you weren't in any kind of pain. I need to like catch up on your videos.
I need to catch up. Sorry, Leanna. I need to catch up on your videos because I've been too busy having fun and holidaying in the sun. And look at my sunburn.
She got quite burned.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh. Yeah. Anyway. I burn easy.
You've been away from Australia too long.
Exactly.
Like you don't know exactly how many buckets of sunscreen you need to slather on anymore. You've forgotten.
I'm out of touch.
And so Lily said, "Yay! Give Rachel a hug for me. I would love an update on how you're both doing." So.
That's cute.
That was super cute. Okay, not gonna lie. Okay, so how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Yeah, I think I'm taking it too easy. As I was explaining to Ginny at dinner, I'm not counting. I'm mentally counting protein, and I'm mentally counting my water. I'm not logging anything. I'm not stressing about too much while I'm on holiday. I haven't weighed in like 2 weeks, and it's quite nice. So yeah, it's quite liberating. But I'm doing really well. I'm nearly 8 weeks. I'll be 8 weeks post-op on Wednesday.
Yay!
I'm not having any issues. I can eat anything apart from fish. I kind of call it my pouch, which my sister and I have named Pierre because we think he's like a French fussy pouch. Foodie, French fussy foodie. Doesn't seem to like seafood anymore. That's probably my biggest thing, and I'm bad with my vitamins, but apart from that, I'm doing really well. I think I'm down, well, I don't know, as of 2 weeks ago, I think I was down 20 kilos. I'll put pounds down here since my pre-op and so on, so it's good.
Well, there you go.
How are you doing?
You know, I think different people handle like post-op life differently, and some people like me, like I feel like I need to log everything and I need to count everything because I can't trust.
I wish I was more like that. I need to be more disciplined and more accountable to myself. Yeah.
Well, if that's something that you want, then you know, do that. But I'm just like I don't judge people who don't, because like some people can.
Because you're too nice.
Some people can like do it all in their heads, and I really can't trust my head. I would look at something and be like, no, that's probably, you know, 100 calories, and yeah, no. So yeah, I'm learning more, and I could actually probably do it in my head better than when I first started, because I've got a better sense for how big things are and how dense protein is, and, you know. But I still have to count.
But you're doing well. You're exercising like a machine.
Yeah, well, except that I had a little bit of a reaction from the gastroscopy that I just had. I'll probably talk more about that on my weekly update video. But yeah, so I'm kind of out of the exercise business for at least a couple more days. Hopefully not much longer, because I can't let Nirvana continually beat me on the workout.
She's another machine.
She is.
Yeah, she really is. You too. Taking no prisoners.
Well, you know.
Wait, I have to ask, because I see everyone and most of the people that are talking about it are American. What is that machine you guys all keep talking about?
The elliptical?
Is it like a cross trainer?
It is a cross trainer, yeah.
It's a cross trainer. Okay.
I
love that's my favorite piece of equipment.
As a
cross trainer.
As a you know, newbie to like exercise, I'm pretty sure they're the same thing, but I'm sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Damn right they will.
If they aren't, they're similar. You have the arms moving, you have the legs moving in like what is supposed to be the low impact kind of, you know. Yeah, and I've made it to like 30 minutes on that, and I just don't even know. I started at like 2 minutes, you know.
Not easy.
Yeah, it's rough. So.
Right, cross trainer. Elliptical, cross trainer. Got it?
Yeah, but I'm doing well. I had magically gained like a couple of kilos last week, and I didn't know where it came from. But
muscle?
Probably.
Like when I went through my gain, like at week 4, Louis like, it's probably muscle. I'm like, I've not been working out, it's definitely not muscle. I can't even use that as my excuse.
You can see my huge muscles right there. I can't believe I just showed that on video. Anyway. But yeah, or like it could have been fluid because it like came right off again, you know, the end of last week.
Yeah.
So I'm 3 pounds away from being under 300 pounds for the first time in my life.
That's amazing.
Like for the first time since I was in middle school.
Yeah.
So like,
are you gonna celebrate? I hope you've got something planned.
Well,
I hope hubby's gonna spoil you with something nice.
That would be nice.
Hint, hint.
So yeah, I'm doing well. So yeah. All right. Question numero dos. How good or bad is the availability of good quality foods in the UK versus Australia's range? Liz wants to know.
Liz, that's the worst question ever, because Australia has the best food, like the best fresh quality, high, like just amazing produce. I miss it so much. I miss good meat. I used to miss good seafood. I still miss seafood. I miss being able to eat seafood. But fresh food and vegetables, the UK just cannot even come close to comparing on that front.
Well, like, what about the availability of like, you know,
of like the specialty type of food? Yeah, that's you know what? Actually, I went into Chemist Warehouse. Do you have that on the mainland? Chemist Warehouse?
We do.
Okay, yeah. So I went in there in Hobart, and I was like, oh my god, there's so many different protein powders and so many different protein bars, but I've never seen, and I have not seen anywhere in the UK. So I think you guys have it even better than we do in the UK. Fresh food and supplement, and well, not supplement, but like WLS kind of
Interesting. So like when you go in your grocery store, like I can go into a Woolies here, and I know that like what Woolies have differs based on which suburb they're in.
Yeah.
But like in mine, I can actually walk in. There's like a protein supplement, like low carb. Is that the right thing? Okay. Yeah. There's like a protein supplement area. Do you have that in your?
No. So I literally live next door to a supermarket, and it's a big 24-hour type supermarket. There is a section in one of those aisles where they sell like random shit, like a skipping rope next to an ironing board, that kind of like randomness. And you can buy a big tub of like muscle protein powder, which is for bodybuilders.
Right.
Or I can go around the corner to the kind of like the back corner of the supermarket where there's all of the vitamins and stuff, which is not a great selection, and they're mostly supermarket branded. And I can get something like an Atkins bar. There's 2 or 3 types. Or some like meal replacement stuff, but not different selections of protein powders and stuff. I'd have to go somewhere in the UK like Holland and Barrett, which I don't know that you have in Australia, but it's like a supplement vitamin type store. But even their selection of protein powders, it's okay.
Yeah.
But what I saw in Chemist Warehouse, I was like, whoa, there's so many cool things here.
Awesome. Well, our hubbies just went to the bar, so we'll
hubby, there's
sorry,
I'm waiting.
Partners.
Still waiting.
My bad. It'll happen. The way that Louie looks at you, it'll happen. Okay. And Nirvana's question was, when are you both coming to visit me, and hurry up?
That would be so fun.
I know.
That would be so fun. I don't know. So, are you going back to the US anytime? Like, are you going to go and see your family, or?
The goal, if we can swing it financially, is for us to make it back in May of next year, because it's my 10-year college reunion.
Wow.
And I went to one of the top 20 best liberal arts colleges in the US, and I'm very like passionate about my college and my friends from college still, even 10 years later. I'm friends with many of them on Facebook, obviously. We keep in touch that way, but I would love to see some of them again. I haven't seen them in forever. And obviously I miss my family. My mom I have seen since I moved here 2 years ago, and that's it.
You know, I know how hard that is.
Yeah, and Andrew's parents have been here to like visit twice. My mom's been here to visit once.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen anybody else in my family. I'm really close to a couple of my cousins who are girls about the same age, and I miss them like crazy. I miss everybody else like crazy. So yeah. Hopefully next year. Fingers crossed. What about you?
Yeah, so you're going to tie it in with like visits and meet-ups, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm hoping to meet some WLS folks while I'm there.
Yeah.
It'll just depend, because most of the WLS folks are on the West Coast. Andrew's parents are on the West Coast, but in Arizona.
Yeah.
So, and many of the WLS people are in California and further up. So, I don't know.
I have no idea where they all are. They say you say your places, and I'm like, it's America somewhere.
Call me, I'll tell you.
I know California, I know New York, I know Texas and Chicago. See how, like, this is my map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I know that there's, like, the Carolina places down here.
Carolina? That's cute.
But I'm going to New York, I think, in June.
Yay!
I'm doing it for a work thing, but probably only for 3 or 4 days. So if anyone's in New York, and I don't know. So VSG Jody, I don't know if you know VSG Jody.
I don't know.
She's
Jody.
She's fabulous. But she threw it out there that there's some kind of WLS like conference or something in like later in the year. I don't know that I'll make it to that one, but I think and she's like, everyone should try and come, and I'm like, I totally would love to go to something like that.
Wouldn't that be great?
If everyone's going to get together in the one place, then that would be really fun.
I would love to. Yeah, if I
isn't there one in May this year? So maybe there's one in May next year?
WLSFA, is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
So maybe it will also be in May next year when you're tying in your 10-year reunion.
Ooh. Evil plans, but.
Stay tuned, Nirvana. We might be knocking on your door.
Okay, so the first question was from the lovely RNY Dye, who wanted to know if we ever have days, both Rachel and I, we're like very different amounts of time post-op, but she wanted to know if we ever have days where we don't just think about weight loss, where our sole focus is weight loss. Absolutely. I'm almost a year out. I have to say I do think about weight loss every day in some way, but it's not because it's the sole focus of my existence. It's because it's become a daily habit for me to do things that are positive for my health, and right now that results in weight loss, if that makes sense. So when I was first newly sleeved, and I was sleeved on the 28th of March, 2015, I basically, I had to spend all my days, like every waking minute basically, thinking about getting in enough food, enough water, you know, just everything I needed to sustain my body. And I still sometimes feel like that's my existence, but if I look back at my earlier videos, I realize it's really not. I do spend a lot of time every day eating and drinking, but you know, I have to personally get to 1,000 calories, between 1,000 and 1,200, or my weight stalls if I don't eat enough. So I do literally spend most of my day, like, I'll drink and then I'll wait a little while and I'll eat and I'll wait a little while, well, longer, because between eating and drinking I wait longer, and then I'll drink again, you know. But it's become such a habit that it's not really something that I stress about anymore. I know there's going to be food in the house that I can eat that's healthy for me and that's easy on my sleeve, because my sleeve can still be grumpy. Yeah, so I don't really think of it as an extreme focus. And I also exercise 5 days a week as well. So every day I'm doing something, you know, towards my weight loss, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, I have to think about this all the time. So it does get easier. And honestly, if your focus is what is healthy for you every day, then once your sleeve or your pouch or whatever surgery you have, once that's calmed down and healed and you're able to eat more normally, it's not going to be such a huge thing. So hope that made sense. All right, let's get to the next question here, flipping out here. Okay, so Melissa wanted to know, how long did it take for you to notice your skin starting to wrinkle or get loose? I'm almost 4 weeks out and started noticing it. I would say it started pretty early for me too. I already had loose skin when I had surgery because I had lost I lost over 100 pounds prior to being sleeved. So I don't honestly know how long it took for it to start because I wasn't paying that close attention when I was losing weight on my own. Okay, so sorry, that's kind of an unhelpful answer, Melissa, but I definitely have a lot of loose skin now, having lost 300 pounds. Well, almost 300 pounds. The next question, okay, that's a Rachel-specific question. And Donna Hill wanted to know, is there anything I can do pre and post surgery to help, I think, eliminate or lessen some of the looseness in my skin? Let's see. So honestly, there's not a lot you can do. There are a few things that really determine how your skin looks after surgery. Number one is youth, which, you know, I'm 37, I still think of myself as youthful, but with the kind of weight loss I've had, I obviously have a lot of loose skin. Youth and genetics, some people, their skin is just more elastic. And time, like I have seen some people say that some of their skin just went back to being more tight after some time, after a year or so. But really, if you're losing a significant amount of weight, you can pretty much count on having to have plastic surgery, and you know, regardless of how much working out you do. Because, all right, I'm just going to show you this. So this is my loose skin on my arms. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this. So this is my loose skin on my arms, if you can see that. Yeah. You know, I can put a ton of muscle in here, which is what I'm trying to do. But what that muscle is going to do is it's going to fill out this area here, right? So if the only loose skin I had was kind of up here, then yeah, that would be useful. But it's not going to really, it's not going to take care of all this. That's not going to magically go away just because I worked on my biceps, if that makes sense. So, you know, muscle will help fill a small amount of loose skin, but unless you become a professional bodybuilder, it's unlikely to help with a lot of loose skin. So it just depends on how much you have, which depends on genetics and all that. But yeah, so I wouldn't count on being able to just bounce back. But you know, I see a lot of people ask this question, and I mean, I think if you're asking this question, it's probably healthy to sit down and have a talk with yourself and say, yeah, I can worry about this, I can think about this, I can definitely plan to do what I can and work out, and you know, and understand that I'm probably going to have skin surgery. But all that is so much less important than being healthier, you know? I mean, getting your life back, getting your health back is paramount, obviously. And I'm sorry for all the dings from Facebook. But yeah, no, all that stuff is so much more important than some loose skin. I mean, obviously it's good to be confident in yourself, but if you can learn to be confident in yourself as you are, before you see yourself as perfect, before you get your loose skin taken care of, if you can just look at yourself and say, I'm beautiful just like I am, that's going to help you so much more, I think. So anyway, so there's your question, your answer, Donna. And let's see. Chemistry Queen, which I love that name, she wants to know, do you still feel full on small portions after so long out of the sleeve? I do. Not the same size portions as when I first got out. Obviously, when you first are at a surgery, you can only eat a bite or 2 bites. You know, you're eating like a bird. And then I think the first 4 to 6 months, somewhere in there, I was up to 1/4 of a cup, and then I was up to 1/2 a cup. And now I can eat between 1/2 and 3/4 of a cup, depending on what type of food it is. The denser it is, the more protein heavy it is, the less I can eat usually. And I'm also learning like how much I can eat weight-wise. Like I know I can eat about 85 grams of steak, somewhere in there. And it's different every day. You'll feel more restriction some days than others, but yeah, what I try to do is measure and weigh my food to make sure that I'm not stretching out my stomach. You really, unless you're perpetually seriously overeating, are not going to really stretch it out, and it's never going to be as big as it was when you started. But I would just, since I have so much weight to lose, I just want to keep it as small as I can for as long as possible. So yeah, but I definitely feel full. I do get hungrier probably earlier on than I used to, but I'm still having no problems. I eat 4 meals a day, typically 4 small meals, and that's still working for me. So I'll let you know if that changes. Okay, so that's all the individual questions I had left to answer there. And if you liked what you saw of my joint Q&A with Rachel, you're going to want to watch the second part on her channel. And there's a link down below. And if you aren't already subscribed to me and watching my videos and you liked what you saw, I hope you'll hit the subscribe button below so you don't miss any further updates from me if that's something that you're interested in. And when you, if you're one of my followers, when you run over to Rachel's channel to watch part 2, if you like Rachel, and how could you not, you should subscribe to her also. And thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.
So we're going to chop this video into 2 parts. Part 1 will be on one of our channels and part 2 on the other, so you have to go and click.
Go watch part 2.
Part 1. Links to Ginny's channel below on mine, and mine will be on hers. Okay,
bye.